the most useful aspects. This is a most useful feature in C++ object-oriented program because it provides the reusability of the code. Suppose you have written one code that is going to be useful for some other purpose. You can use it, right? So one of the most useful aspects of this programming is the code reusability, inheritance, because once your class is declared and your variables is declared, your function is defined, the same thing I can use it in another class without redefining it once again. Okay, that is a property called as a reusability. As the name suggests, inheritance is a process of forming a new class from the existing class. I told no, the acquiring one class properties into another class is called as the inheritance, right? So is called as a, the one which you are going to create a new class is called as a base class, and one which you are going to derive using the base class is called as a derived class. So you will have one base class, say for example class A is you are creating, right? So using that properties, I can create a class B. So that the class A is called as a base class, and if I'm going to derive the class B, that is called as a derived class. Means class B can acquire all the properties and all the features of a class A, right? So that is what the that is what it is, a derived class. This is very important concept for object oriented programming, since this feature helps to reduce the code size. It reduces the time, okay, it reduces the debugging time, everything. It saves memory space, it saves. Instead of redefining once and again same thing, I can reuse it, right? So it saves the memory, it saves the time, right? All that. So polymorphism is the property, as I told, the polymorphism is also sometimes is called as a function overloading. That means poly means many, morphism means forms. The ability to use a method or function in different ways, in other words, giving different meaning for method, function is called as a polymorphism. I told no, poly means many, morphism means different forms. For example, yesterday class I told area. Area I'm using, right? Area is same, name of the function is same, but I am sending different parameters for the area, right? Different parameters for the area means that different parameters for the area is, say for example, when I am going to find the area for a triangle, I am going to send a two parameters, two float, that is a b and h, okay, base and height of a triangle. When I am going to find the area of a rectangle, I can send one int and one float, or I can send both integers, right, length and the breadth. Suppose I am going to find the area of a circle, I can send only one variable, that is radius of a circle. So area function name is same but different arguments. Okay, many morphism forms, right? So that property we call it as the polymorphism. Okay, these are the very important properties that we must remember when we are going to write the Java programming. So other whatever I told the features of in the second, that is all same. Okay, all you can write, all 9 points also you can write: object, classes, right, data hiding, data encapsulation, data abstraction, inheritance, polymorphism, and then dynamic binding, message passing. These are the 9 very important points of object oriented programming features. Then come for the history of the Java. How I told the history of the C, history of a C++. That is history of C++ is the generated by extended C language plus increment operator, that shows C++ is a incremented version of a C language, right? So incremented version of a C language is a C++ language, and it is developed by Bjorn startup. The name of a person who developed the C++ is a Bjorn startup, right? And Java similarly, even it will also have its own history. Java actually it is a general purpose object oriented programming language. It is not developed by a single person. It is developed by a company called as a Sun Microsystem in USA in the year 1991, right? So C, for example, C++ is having the original name C extended classes, right? But that has been changed to C++. Similarly, this Java original name is OOC, right? So it was designed for the development of the software for consumer electronic devices like TVs, VCRs, all electronic devices. Normally embedded software. Say for example, we are going to use a washing machine in our home appliances, oven, right? So that all the programs which are developed and in the circuit is the free this one. What for washing machine is Java code only. Where ma'am Java code where how it is employed? See, this Java program is written for the washing machine to control the washing of the different cloths by setting the times, right? So for example, we are going to wash cotton clothes, we are going to wash woolen clothes, right? We are going to wash silk cloths, right? And we are going to other material, other kind of the material, right? So what we are going to do is this Java program has been developed for to set the time for the embedded software we are put in TVs and VCRs, all those things, etc. Right? So actually, this oak is a tree. Okay, these people, Sun Microsystem people, when they're developing some programming language, they were thinking what to give the name for this programming language. When they're going to look outside, they saw a oak tree, right? Oak tree. Have you heard the oak tree? Okay. So when they're going to see when they saw that oak tree, they named that language as a oak. Okay. So after that, okay, so this name has been changed to Java programming. Okay, Java. Hmm. Then this is a general purpose. We can develop two kinds of applications using Java programming language. One is with the that is a two types Java application. One is a standalone Java applications. The second one is Java applets or web applets we call, which is going to be used for creation of your web pages, right? So standalone applications are programs written in Java to carry out certain tasks on a certain standalone system, executing the standalone Java program, which is going to contain two phases of whenever you are going to write some application for personal use, right? That going are standalone applications, right? And this is having the two phases of the Java. So compiling the source coded into bytecode using the Java C, that is a Java compiler. Java C means Java compiler, right? Executing the bytecode program using the Java interpreter. So you can anyone tell me what is the difference between the compiler and the interpreter? Can anyone tell me what is the difference between compiler and interpreter? So here you come across Java compiler and Java interpreter. So you people will understand the why it is one time it is compiler and one time it is interpreter. Can anyone tell me the difference between compiler and interpreter? Any student?
Ma'am, compiler executes every line of code at once, ma'am. But
Good.
interpreter it executes the code line by line.
Very good. Excellent. So compiler, what happens it is going to execute the whole program and totally it, convert that whole line of program into the object code, and it is going to display the list of errors totally, right? Whereas interpreter is a small, is used only for small programming languages, right? And compiler is used is a lot of facilities. When I programming languages we are going to use a compiler. And the interpreter, what it does is, so it interprets line by line. That is a it is going to convert your high level language line by line, right? So it is a and until unless you are going to, if error is there in the first line, it will not go for the execution of the second line until unless you are going to correct that error. That is a line by line translation of your the high level programming language. Normally this interpreter is used for basic programming language which is developed in the second generation. Okay, interpreter. Now, the two phases for standalone Java applications. One is for compiling the source coded into the bytecode using the Java compiler, right? So here, normally what happens in high level language is, so when you are going to input the high level language into the compiler for processing, that compiler converts your whole code into the machine level language, right? Machine readable form, that is 0 to 1. So in Java, that is not how it is going to be executed. I'll tell you in the next section of the class. Java applets, I told no. The second application, Java application is web applets. Applets are small Java program developed for internet applications. An applet located on a distant computer can be downloaded via internet and execute on local computer. So these applets are nothing but a small programs, okay? And these small programs, a piece of code which is written for to serve the internet applications, right? And an applet is going to be located in some other computer that can be loaded via internet and it can be executed on your own local machine. So I told that Java is supporting more on the internet side. Okay, that is the reason why the applets are which are applets, Java applets, which we are going to use in the internet applications, right? So Java is strongly associated with the internet, mainly a Java applets, right? We use, so internet users can use Java to create applet programs, and they can run using the Java enabled browsers called as a Art Java. And they can also use a Java enabled browser to download the applet. I told no that applets piece of code is present in some other place, right? And that code can be downloaded and you can exit it on your own local machine, right? And any computer anywhere in the internet and run them locally. Suppose it may be in your friend system which is located in different place, right? And you can download that and you can run on your own system in your home, right? But your friend program is present in the internet, right? You can download it and work on that. So internet users can also set their websites containing the Java applets. And ability to Java applets is that it can hitch a ride on the information, makes a Java a unique programming language for the internet. So the Java programming language is more useful for the internet applications, for the setting of the websites that contains a Java applets, right? And they can be used by users of internet and so on, so right. So many applications are there for Java when it comes to the internet usage, right? So how will the environment, I told no that Java environment will be the contains only the member functions and the function member functions and the classes, right? So Java environment which are going to include large number of development tools. There are hundreds of classes and methods are there. Java development tools are part of the system known as Java Development Kit. That is a JDK we call. JDK means Java Development Kit. And the classes and methods are part of the Java standard library known as JSL. That is in short, we call it as a JDK. That is a Java development kit. Okay. And Java library, standard library, also known as application program interface. We call that as a APIs. Okay. That is a application program interfaces where they are able to communicate with the other classes and other applications. Okay, that is a JDK, API and JSL. This is the environment of the Java, so which contains classes, methods, and JDK, that is a Java development kit tool, and JS standard library, and then it will have the API, that is the application program interfaces which are there able to communicate. So next is the Java features. What are the features of Java? Why it is very popular when compared to the other object-oriented program? There is one programming language or pure object-oriented programming language called as Eiffel. EIFFEL. The spelling is EIFFEL. That is a Eiffel. That is a name. That is also a pure object-oriented programming. But it is not that much popular like Java because of its drawbacks. It is not more much applicable in the internet applications, right? So, but Java is very popular because of its features, right? And because of its most popular in internet writing the Java applet for the internet applications, right? So this Java is having the some of the features. Let me study one by one what are the Java features. First is compiled interpreted. Second one is architecture neutral or platform independent and portable. Third is object oriented. Fourth is robust and secure. Fifth is distributed. Sixth is it is very familiar and simple and small, right? And seventh is multi-threaded and interactive. So, okay. And eighth one is because it's of high performance. Ninth is dynamic and is extendable. Okay. So all the things are going to take place during the run time. That's why it is a dynamic and it is extendable. Okay. That is the reason why it is extendable. Just I will give you 2 or 3 minutes time. Just you go through the previous slides, and if you have any doubts, you tell me. Then I will move on to the Java features. Because you must understand what is uh, uh, basic concept. Just memorize it. If you understood, you just memorize it. It is something like memorizing is nothing but a reading only, right? You are storing into your tape recorder. That is your brain memory. Okay. Just you go through this Java environment, Java and internet, why it is called, and why, how, who has developed this Java, how the name Java has come, what is the original name of Java, right? Then I will explain the features of Java. 2 3 minutes. Hello. Shall I proceed?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So just memorize all the 9 points of Java feature. And anyone tell me? Memorize the 9 points of Java features. The first is compiled and interpreted. I told here one thing, that is the standalone machine which uses a Java compiler and Java interpreter, right? So here, when you come to the compiled and interpreted, so why we are want to compile and interpret? Because we want our high level language program to be understandable by the computer. That's it, right? Whether you are going to do the interpretation, you are going to use an interpreter, or it is a compiler, right? So usually computer languages, they are going to use either a compiler or the interpreter. So here in Java, what it does is it combines both these approaches. That is, first Java compiler translates your source code into the bytecode instructions. Remember, not a machine instructions, bytecode instructions, right? Byte codes are not machine instructions. In the second stage, Java interpreter generates a machine code. That is when it is interpreted. First I told Java compiler, and then I told next time, that is the executing the bytecode program using the directly executing the program Java bytecode into the executable form, right? So the bytecodes are not machine instructions, as I told, and therefore in the second stage, the after compiler Java C compiler is converting the into the byte code, right? Java interpreter generates the machine code and can be directly executed by the machine that is running the Java program, right? So first time it interprets into the byte code, that is compiler converts into the byte code, and second time that it is going to uh, uh, generates into the when the Java interpreter is going to generates into the machine code that can directly executed by the machine, and it is running the Java program. You are going to execute the Java program. That is why it is feature called as a compiled and interpreted, means because it combines both the features. It does the compilation as well as it is going to interpret the machine byte code which is going to be generated in the machine code, right? Next is the second feature is the platform independent and portable architecture is neutral. The run, see, can anyone tell me what do you mean by machine independent and machine dependent? Harish, Vaibhav Chakravarti, can you tell me what is machine dependent and machine independent language? Anyone? So all third generation onwards
Ma'am,
languages are machine independent languages. can anyone tell me what is machine dependent and what is machine independent languages?
Ma'am, is it same as platform independent languages, ma'am?
Yes, correct. Tell me.
Ma'am, uh, it is like ORA, ma'am, work once and run anywhere. Like if you are doing executing the language in Windows, and if you can back up it, and it will run in any other platform also, ma'am. It is platform independent.
Very good. See, platform independent, machine independent both means the same. Once you are written a program, once you are written a solution to a given problem using some computer programming language, right? That can be run under any operating system, or that can be run under any make of the machine, whether it is manufactured by TCS company, manufactured by HP company, or manufactured by some other company also. Platform independent. Okay. So that is a, suppose you are written a program for some C program, say that C program can be executed under Unix operating system, it can be executed under DOS operating system, and it can be executed under Linux, and it can be executed even on the Windows also, right? So that is called as a platform independent, right? Is one of the important key feature of the Java language that makes Java as the most powerful language. Platform in not even a single language is ideal to this feature, but Java is closer to this feature. The programs written on one platform can run any platform provided by the platform must have the only thing is Java virtual machine must be there, right? So JVM. So if that is there, then that can run in all make of the computers as well as on all the different kinds of operating systems also, right? So we call that is a platform independent and portable. Portable means so you can execute that program in any operating system. That is the meaning of that. It is a pure object oriented program, as I told, right? Not it will not use, say, one more disadvantage of this Java, even though it is very popular, you cannot use a pointers in Java. Okay, that you keep in mind. Pointers we can use only in C and C++ language, not in Java. Okay, no pointers. Even in inheritance also we have one kind of inheritance called as a multiple inheritance, where C++ is going to support that multiple inheritance, but here Java will not support multiple inheritance. In some other way we have to do the execution of the multiple inheritance. Okay, in Java everything is an object. I told no, since it is a pure object oriented program, whatever you are going to execute it all on the classes, methods and the objects only, no other things. I told no, no pointers, nothing. Okay, no simple program also. If you are going to write a simple program, hello welcome to Java, you have to use a object there also. You have to use a objects to access the member function of the devices, right? So it is full of objects. Java can be easily extended since it is based on the object model. As I told, Java is a pure object oriented programming language. Since it to write a simple program also you have to use a object. Okay, you have to use a methods, that is a functions. So Java is a robust and secure. Okay, Java is a robust language because it can eliminate the error situations by emphasizing mainly on compile time error by checking and runtime checking. Because of the absence of pointers in Java, we can easily achieve the security. Pointers is what? Pointer is a one which stores the address of another variable, right? That is a meaning. So since there are no pointers are present in Java programming, right? So it is a more secure because so pointers means what? Pointing to it is going to store the address of another variable, right? When it is going to store the address of another variable, what happens is two names are pointing to the same location. Any changes you are going to make on one variable, that may change the location value also, right? When it is going to change the location value, what happens? That manipulation of the data takes place. There will be no security for the data. Since Java does not use a pointers, absence of pointers in Java, we can easily achieve the security. Okay, that is the reason why it is the robust language. It is going to handle all kinds of error situations, whether it is a runtime, because if it is errors occurs at runtime, we have exception handling mechanisms, right, to handle such errors, right? Dynamic pro when is the execution part takes place, right? We are going to write exception handling mechanisms in the Java programming, right, to handle the runtime errors, right? So that is the reason it is the robust language. Distributed, okay. So since Java is designed for the internet applications, okay, it can open and access remote objects in on the internet as easily as possible, and even you can run your those piece of code, that is a Java applets in your local machines also, right? That's why the Java programs, when it comes to the with respect to the internet applications, right? Java designed to distributed environment. Local machine also can access the programs which are there in the internet. Okay, and even the remote objects also can access the internet to download your Java programs. It is familiar and simple and small. So Java is designed to be easy to learn. It is very easy to learn, and the basic concepts of object-oriented programming Java would be very easy to understand. That is maybe data encapsulation, okay, data abstraction or polymorphism, inheritance. All are important features, and you, if you understand the object-oriented programming concepts, right, you can easily understand the Java programming language, right? See, with Java's multi-threaded feature, so one feature is there in future chapter you are going to study, multi-threaded. It is possible to write programs that can do many tasks simultaneously. Multi means what? Many, right? So you people are familiar with the binary threaded threaded binary trees, right? What do you mean by binary threaded trees? We want to uh, avoid the null values in the binary, right? So what we will do, we are going to connect that threads to the previous depends upon whether it is a parent node or the previous next previous level of the node, whatever it may depends, right? So here also in a multi-threaded feature, what is going to happen is when we are going to write a programs, okay, that particular program is going to do the different task simultaneously. That is very important. Simultaneously means parallelly. That program is going to do one job in one machine, same program is going to do the other job in the other machine. So write programs that can do many tasks simultaneously. This design feature allows the developer to construct smoothly running the interactive applications. Because of this feature, multi-threaded feature of the Java, right, it allows the developers to uh, construct more interactive applications that can be used in the internet applications, right? So high performance, because of this intermediate bytecode, Java language provides the high performance. Okay, I told no, Java program once you written it, it is going to be compiled with a Java compiler that is going to be converted into the bytecode. When that bytecode, intermediate code is generated, that bytecode we can use it and we can directly execute the program, right? So interpreter, that is a interpretation will be done and bytecode, and execution will be faster because it is bytecode. It will be in the form of zeros and ones. Dynamic and extensible. Java is considered to be more dynamic than C or C++ since it is designed to adapt to an evolving environment, that we are going to use it in the internet applications and small programs we are going to design using the Java. Okay, and they are going to carry extensive amount of runtime information that have been used to verify and resolve the object access to the objects on the runtime. There these dynamic means there are so many problems which comes across during the execution of the programs are going to be solved using the Java extensive Java programs, right? So that is why it is a more